Story time! Remember that vine? Hey guys, now that summer is upon us, I figured it was a good time to tell you about the time I went to the Bahamas when I was 14 and on a river trip when I was in high school. It gets funny. I promise. It was a family trip to go to the Bahamas. I don't remember when, I just know my mom and dad were expecting my sister. I remember being 14 because that's the age difference between me and my sister. Anyway, so we went to the Bahamas before she was born. It was my first time there, and I was a bit on the fence about it. I knew it was going to be an awesome experience, and I got to miss school. But I'm not a big fan of the beach. Which was half the trip. But it was lovely. I brought this up because I told Matt about my trip, and he was laughing about it and told me that it should be an animation. So this is for you, babe. During the Bahamas trip, we tourists got to do a fun activity where we are brought out into different parts of the sea to go snorkeling. Only, I think the parts were a surprise. By the way, I showed in a YouTube video earlier on that I got hit by a car and I hit my head, so I think maybe it messed with my memory a little bit. I was surprised to know that I was first going to be snorkeling with piranhas. You know, the fish that are shown in movies to be evil murderers owned by villains. I've never seen piranhas in person, nor have I swam with them. So I was a bit scared. But of course, this was a family activity and I wasn't allowed to sit it out. Big mistake. I got in there and I was freaking out when the piranhas came so close that they brushed past me. I immediately started panicking and grabbed my mom, and I might have been trying to get on top of her shoulders as she had told me that I did. We got back onto the boat as instructed, and the tour guide threw meat into the water to show us how the piranhas ate. Those things devoured it, and my mom wondered why I was so terrified of them. So Mom, I'm sorry for that. I'm glad you're good now. I love you. Don't make me do that again. So, there were two other parts to this activity. One was a nice, calm middle where we snorkeled over a beautiful little reef with these colors and fish. I even saw an eel swim into the cave. It was so, it was so peaceful. But the last part. Oh, the last part. We swam with sharks. Reef sharks. As the tour guide described, while we went into the water while holding onto the rope, obviously to pull us if there was trouble, they are these scavenger sharks that hung out at the reef. However, they aren't supposed to swim up for their food if they were hungry. And these guys, they get hungry. Keep in mind, the tour guide explained all of this at the worst possible time, while we were in the water. And all I thought was, pull the bait back, pull the bait back. He did. He fed the sharks some meat. Those things wasted no time coming up to the water and tearing it apart. Never again. I crossed swimming with sharks off my bucket list. I am good. And now for the river trip. My cousin visited my family every summer when I was in high school. It was my highlight of my year because we grew close over anime and developed a friendship. And now we're super close. I love you. So, back to the story. I believe this was when I was 16 after my sophomore year. We visited my parents' summer home, which is now their home, and we took a river trip as we normally did. Let me tell y'all, I hate those with a passion now, and I'll explain it at the end. I'm just not good on the water, and I'm not good on a boat. My parents and sister grabbed their own boat and had the genius idea that me and my cousin, who were terrible rowers by the way, would be fine together. We got lost. We were stuck. There was a point where we were so behind my parents they couldn't see us. But my mom has a video where our screams could be clearly heard because there was a spider on the boat. Arachnophobia at its finest, everyone. There was another time where the boat flipped over and my cousin and I thought we were gonna die in 5-foot water. So, in summary, I think over the years I developed this fear of large natural bodies of water. I'm good in a pool. But oceans and rivers and lakes are a no-go for me now. I believe it's because it's the fear of the unknown. I heard people say that only a small percentage of the ocean has been discovered by scientists so far. So, the megalodon shark that we saw in the Meg could be alive and well, friends. And that petrifies me to this day. But I hope you guys are all good and laughed at my pain. Toodles!